Hey, what's up? It's Buddy from Census Fail. I'm going to tell you about our song, The Importance of the Moment of Death. Um, I'll just start off with the title first. It comes from an idea in Buddhism that at the moment of your death, there's this important moment where, I don't know a lot about it. I don't know if I believe in reincarnation, honestly. I don't. I have no idea. Um, but there's this belief, and this is where it comes from, is that when somebody reaches a certain level of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, they're able to sort of shun the idea of existence and non-existence, not wanting existence and not pushing away existence. It's sort of the opposite of duality. There is no dual in this. There is just existing when you exist and not existing when you don't exist. Very heady, ridiculous stuff. But the importance of the moment of death. In that moment of death, you have the ability to either cling to your life or to let go. It is said that those that cling to their life will be reborn, and those that are enlightened will be able to let go and ultimately reach nirvana. So that's where the importance of the moment of death comes from. Now, what it means to me is I look at death in the context of this song as a death of sort of an ego, as a death of the many deaths that I've had in my life as far as letting go of this old person and growing into this new person. So I look at it as more of a change rather than of an ultimate I am no longer alive type thing. So the last line, I'm no longer afraid to die, no longer afraid to die in shame. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I'm giving that up. I'm dying to the idea that I'm no longer afraid to die in shame. I am no longer afraid to be shameful of who I am, of my sexuality, but also of who I am. I mean, like just allowing myself to be who I am, all the good and all the bad, and really striving to not have shame for any of it. Originally it was this song, the original riff. I wanted to kind of be more like a kind of like a Harm's Way type song, honestly, kind of like real heavy and more Harm's Way. And then Chris started kind of playing this weird sort of. The working title for the song was called Desert Punk because we thought it sort of sounded like Queens of Stone Age. Like it had this just sort of plodding, sort of weird Queens of Stone Age thing, and they're from out in the Palm Desert or where I don't know what the fuck it is, but Palm Springs area. So we called it Desert Punk, and it's just so interesting how you start a song and you have a vision for it, and then it turns out completely different. Um, you know, this line, I was so tired of listening to the chorus in my head, telling myself I wasn't good enough to be happy or proud or loving to myself. I mean, that is my existence for most of my life up until very recently. Just having these obsessive thoughts, just, I'd get in these situations where I would catch myself judging someone that I liked or that I loved, and there would be this intense shame of, oh my God, like I'm judging this person. But I didn't have any control over it. And it wasn't until I realized that I don't have to believe every thought that comes into my head that I was able to step away and sort of go, oh, these thoughts that pop up, they're based on a bunch of conditions, some of them having nothing to do with me. And I can sort of watch a judgment for someone come and go without jumping into the shame of, oh my God, you're a bad person. Because this is where I lived most of my life, was just these moments. These things would come through my head and I'd jump onto one, and then I'd be beating myself up for weeks. And, just listening to the constant chatter in your head rather than allowing it space to be there but not be a part of it. That's what this song is about to me. I mean, the title is a little dramatic, but it was, about a personal sort of death, a death of living a life in where I was, going to shame myself and sort of not be kind to myself. So that is the importance of